Okay. Try again. Try my password again. There we go. Oh. Gosh. Oh, volume down. Volume down, please. Please turn the volume down. We don't want a feedback loop. Hello, good morning to whoever is here watching. I am Mustard and I am knackered. I think I've suffered a bit of burnout. Been doing too many things over the past few days, and so last night I had an exceedingly rare go to bed early session. It's not a session, is it? Going to sleep. Oh, let's have a going to sleep session, you big turkey. No, excuse me whilst I make a cup of tea. I am genuinely making breakfast though. I normally would have some eggs. Oh, boiled eggs back in the boiled egg or eggy dispenser container thingy. Perfect. Do you know why it's perfect? Because it doesn't leak. No leakage into the suitcase. So I don't have to carry it separately. I can just put it inside the suitcase and it's fine. But on occasion, I'll do what I'm doing today, which is just make something to eat first. Or, if I have my boiled egg method, I'll just continue the fast for a bit. But as I've not eaten, oh, it's not that long, come to think of it. It's not that long. It's only been about 10 hours since I've had something to eat. So really, I shouldn't be eating anything at all just yet. No, what am I talking about, 10 hours? Not 10 hours. 14 hours, that's it. 14 hours. So that's fine. That's what you call a reason to break your fast, isn't it? 14 hours, that's enough. Although I have had cups of tea, and cups of tea do contain milk, unless you're a savage. And you don't have milk. But obviously, you know, I do have milk in tea. So milk does contain some things that constitute as not really fasting. So I've got all that wrong as well, haven't I? Sorry about that. I'm going to have eggs and bacon. So it's not like I can show you anything fabulous about how to do eggs and bacon, except that possibly just how not to make it stick to the pan or something like that, or just to see a lovely hearty breakfast on the go. It's going to appeal to someone. Let's see who's here first, and then I'll crack on with it. Where are my glasses? My glasses are here. I'm sorry about... I had a live stream set up for Sunday, and Sunday seemed to be the start of just feeling really overly exhausted, and it just got to it, and I just didn't have that kind of normal energy on the go, and I kept trying, but then I was too late, and I was too busy doing another thing as well, and eventually I realised I'd already gone past the time, and so, you know, I'm just going to say sorry everyone. Now, I said hello earlier on, which is fine. Batman Rubin is here. He says, good morning, Mustard. Get the kettle on, says Paulie. I have done. I have done indeed, of course. Peter Acton, bacon and eggs. Yes, of course. The best breakfast one can have. Greetings, brekkie lovers, says Dino Dad. And greetings to you too. Oh, no, this is quite convenient for you, isn't it, Ross, actually? Because this is at a time for you where you're not going to be going to sleep soon and you've already finished work. Brilliant. You sound tired, mate. And you know what? I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be, because I've had a good 11 hours in bed. Not 11 hours sleep, though. It was 11 hours sleeping a bit and waking up a lot and all these other kind of things. And I've got these incredibly aching ankles and my elbow. And one of the reasons for taking carnivore diets a bit more seriously is I thought it might help this kind of thing, because I certainly avoiding any processed stuff and seed oils, because that can exacerbate the issue. But it's not really gone away. But I've got to an age where these things are going wrong. So it's just, you've just got to accept it. And sometimes, like yesterday, as you'll find out in the up and coming video about what I got up to yesterday, was actually quite an experience. Thank you. It should be called a bald egg. Why should it be called a bald egg? Or Humpty Dumpty? Name me -1 is here. Hello. Isn't Ramadan fast in about 14 hours? I suppose it could be. Yeah, I suppose it could be. Unless it's in the winter, then it'd have to be longer, wouldn't it? No, Ramadan's the... Oh, I don't know. Look, I'm struggling to even think about... I'm not processing stuff here. I was right about the E and B prophecy. Egg and bacon prophecy. Yes, well done, Peter. Are we mirrored? Yes, we are. I can't help that. I'm sorry. I don't really know what to do about it. What's that? Oh! Wow, that isn't really what I wanted. No. Suddenly, that's interesting though. It's giving me the option for something else. Yeah, that wheel. That wheel there. Oh, brilliant. All right, cool. This means that now, suddenly on live streams, you can have a picture behind you that you couldn't have before. That wheel may well give you a clue to what the next video is all about, because I've decided that wheel is going to be the thumbnail. So it's a slight clue. It's not a very good one though. Yeah, so I'm sorry about it being mirrored, but I'm not really sure what I can do about it. Let's get rid of that there. Oh, the other thing is I should put on all chat. Although, oh, no, come on. No! Disregard clip, yes. I didn't know you can actually make clips up as you go along now as well. Well, they're making this really complicated. I mean, maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. I don't know. 8:25, yep, nice and relaxed. Thank you. Well, do you know what, Ross? It's nice that I can actually be here at a time that isn't completely inconvenient for you, because I always feel bad about that. I really do. Salam alaikum. What? Oh, I don't know what that means, actually. That's Russian, isn't it? That looks like a Russian name there. Any update on when the containers and fence are being put in the yard? I still don't know. It is definitely happening. It's not like he's changed his mind and all the landlord wanted to do was just have a bit of a clear up. No, I mean, he's spent a lot of money so far. Those Lego bricks, for a start. He must have spent many, many thousands of pounds having the place prepared for the containers to arrive. And obviously, I thought that it had been in months back. I mean, it's been quite convenient for me. Although, having all that space there, I haven't been using it. Nobody's really been using it. So it's just empty space, which is completely pointless, isn't it? It's completely pointless. But it should be soon, though. I'm not really looking forward to it, to be honest, because it could cause some major disruptions, clearly. Skik is here. Oh, hello, Skik. Nice to have you here. That's an old Ford wheel. Well done. It is an old Ford wheel. It is. It is an old Ford wheel. So there's a clue. That's a clue, and it's the only clue you're going to get. Good morning. Peter P is here as well. Right, brilliant. Now, as I've normally I don't catch up on comments that quickly, do I? Because I'll spend about 5 minutes rambling on about just all sorts of nonsense, and then in the evenings, there generally are an awful lot more people here. So I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I'm taking some sort of daft chance by doing this. I don't know. I'm not doing it just to get new people in. But actually, yes, I am. Because the point of vertical live streams is you get new people to come along, and it's just one of the best ways of actually promoting a channel. And as most people are watching on a mobile phone anyway, it makes sense. But I don't want to leave that bacon out any longer without it being cooked. And not that I'm going to cook it all. So I'm going to start the cooking. I'm even going to eat my breakfast in front of you as well. So I will, at that point, remove my microphone and move it a bit further away so you don't have to hear all this chomping, slurping noises, which will be most unpleasant. Yeah. So here we go. Cooking lard. A nice healthy dollop of lard in there. Don't have to worry too much about bacon sticking to the pan, because it kind of doesn't. It does ever so slightly, but then it just comes off. It scrapes off easily enough, whereas eggs a bit more. You can ruin your egg by having it stuck to the side, but only a little bit. It depends. If you want your eggs, your fried eggs, to be perfect and a perfectly shaped egg white with a lovely sun in the middle, then yeah. But if you're not too bothered, like I'm not really, I don't mind it being a bit crunchy on the bottom. I don't mind it if the egg bursts. Oh, it's nice to have a bit of runny yolk. It still has all the same benefits as far as protein is concerned, so that's fine with me. Now you're going to get to watch me try and multitask again, which is something I cannot do. Interestingly enough, once this, at some point, I'm going to get rid of this pan. It's a non-stick pan. It's lost its ability to be non-stick a while back, although the coating's still attached. It's just something gets in between the coating and the... I forgot what I was going to say. Something gets in between the non-stick bit and the stuff you put on. So, I'm not even sure what that is. And I've been thinking for a while that non-stick pans are a bit of a waste of time, unless they're either brand new or never used. I think that's what I'll say. So with a stainless steel pan, you can make your stainless steel pan non-stick just by making sure the oil's hot enough to start with, and then not disturbing it too much. Normally we're looking at having jokes on a live stream, but how about this instead? Whilst you are with me here, and I don't know how long I'll be doing this live stream today for, but cooking tips. Who's got some cooking tips they'd like to share? Because I'd like to hear them or read them. Well, oh, hang on. Oh, here's something new as well for you. In this pot here. It says Dijon mustard, but in actual fact, that's my very own mustard that I've made. Yeah, it's not that good, but I'm learning. It has occurred to me that Even something like mustard. You buy mustard in a pot. It has various things in there to make it more convenient, to make it last longer, to make it look in a particular way. And maybe I should just make my own. So I found out how you made mustard, and I've made some. And oh, it's getting better actually. Yeah. I use my pestle and mortar to crush the mustard seeds, and then I added some water, and I carried on crushing, and then I added a bit of vinegar, the apple cider vinegar in there, and I just left it in the pot. So as soon as I open that up, the smell come out. It's great. I want to try some of that now. It's only been there about 4 days. Maybe I'll leave it a bit longer. Yes, let's do that. Eggies and bacon. Now, that is done enough. So what I'm going to do is turn that down and grab the eggs out. And where is it? Pepper, my black pepper. Where has my black pepper gone? Gone. It's there. How many eggs should I have? How many eggs do you reckon I should have? One? One egg. 2 eggs. Yeah, 2 eggs. Yes, 2 eggs. 3 eggs? Oh gosh, I was a bit aggressive with that there. 3 eggs. 3 eggs will do. I could be tempted to go for 4, maybe even 5, but I'm not going to. Now the dog face has come in because she can smell cooking. Anytime there's food about, the assumption is it's for her as well, and it's not, because you've already had your breakfast. Now actually, this time I didn't really prepare the pan for the frying. I did with the bacon, but then I didn't with the eggs. The eggs are going to stick quite severely to the bottom of the pan, but I don't care. I'm really not too bothered. Now then, one of the things that make eggs really good is pepper. And I find that if you just have the peppercorns and crush them yourself, they just have bags more flavour. Plus it's nice doing that, I enjoy doing that. I prefer doing this to grinding them. I do indeed. I most definitely do. I'm going to sit down a minute because I'm just going to leave that there just to slowly cook. Normally I do a quick fry of an egg rather than a slow one. But now I'm doing this, I'm not even very hungry yet. I'm sure I will be before too long. Sorry about the washing machine in the background, but that's the kind of thing you have in kitchens, isn't it? Washing machines, making a lot of noise. Oh, right, hang on 1 second. Messages all sort of disappeared a little bit. So there we go. Yeah, those Lego bricks are expensive items. I don't know how much they actually cost, Batman Rubin. You know you have space for a pop-up street food market type event in the yard? Yes, Peter, that's true. And last week, when I did the meetup, the yard would have been perfect because there's so much more space there, but I don't want to tread on anyone's toes. Even though I was talking about that to the landlord just the week before, and he does just seem to be very relaxed about it all. Oh, and also because the skip's been moved, I don't have to worry about nails everywhere because moved somewhere else. And so that particular part of where I had the meetup before, except the extended part a bit further out, is very, very unlikely to be covered in nails now. Some people pay good money to hear a good chomp and slurp. Yes, Batman Rubin, I know, but I don't think it's you. And, it's not what my channel's ever been set on, is it? But no, I think the thing is, if I like that kind of thing, I'd probably do it, but I don't. I don't like hearing people eat. I think it's a horrible sound myself. Do you feel in a better place having been forced to reduce the vehicle fleet in the yard that you had about 5k, 5 months ago? Sort of. The only thing is, at the moment now, it's reduced, but the majority of the stuff still isn't really mine, is it? So once that's gone, I will be gradually. I mean, if I've an opportunities there, I've got to take it out. Hence the Toyota Igo. I'd have been daft not to take that. Not that it's paid me back anything just yet. Although, wait a minute, it has. It's paid me back £21 for the video that I made. The video where I said I bought it has paid me £21 in income from that because the views have been quite good. That's ad revenue. So it's only got to do that another 5 times and another 4 times, and it's paid for itself. That's the dream, isn't it? That's how you're supposed to do it. Come on. Got to turn it off. And then I just had my eggs burnt on the bottom, I think. I've now ditched using olive oil, veg oil to cook, and for lard to cook for now. Well, I have still got olive oil. Olive oil's fine. It's just quite expensive, isn't it? Although it has gone down recently. But for some things, it's quite convenient. In fact, it's the only thing. If I'm going to make some bread, which I don't do very often, maybe like once a week, once every couple of weeks, or something like that, then I'll use olive oil in that. You can't really use lard or butter, can you? On Sunday, that's another thing. On Sunday, I did a roast dinner. So that was my big carb day, was the roast dinner, because I did a joint of gammon, which obviously is fine, but it's very salty. That's the only thing. Roast potatoes, which were very, very good, and Yorkshire pudding, which was massive, which is the thumbnail for this thing. That was 5 eggs and quite a lot of flour and quite a lot of milk. And vegetables. Oh, and gravy. I made the gravy from the gammon juice. The gammon juice and a few other bits. And then what I always enjoy doing as well is you cook your vegetables. So in this case, it was carrots and cabbage and broccoli. And then you make this gravy near the end, because then you use the water out of the vegetables to make the gravy with. It's nice. It was very good, but I was really rather stuffed afterwards. Ghee for me, says Dino Dad. Yes, it doesn't seem that long ago, does it? When, oh no, you shouldn't use ghee; it's really bad for you. He needs to go to the auction, but of course he won't, as he's told. Right, Dino Dad. Sorry, no, Skick. Well, I'm going to go to the auction. Yeah, of course I am. I'd like to go to the auction. It doesn't mean I'd buy anything, but I would quite like to go there. Not more lovely than a boy of northern bread in dripping. A boy of yes, discovered lard during my carnivore diet. So much better and way cheaper than oils. Yep, it's better because it you can cook it at higher temperatures. It's cheap, and it's a waste otherwise, isn't it? It's a waste of the piggy meat if you don't actually use the lard. Even better if you use your own. You know, when you cook with mince or pork or something like that, if you don't want to eat all of the fat that comes off of it, you could do what I do, which is you scrape it out of the pan and you put it in a pot and use it another time. You discovered lard. Oh, I just read that one. Bit, not boy. I absolutely love an auction, but you sometimes wonder why they're there in the first place, says Dino Dad. That is the case, of course, isn't it? Because there's going to be some hidden history. And cars are a minefield anyway. Cars really are a minefield of potential things to go wrong. I colonise wombs. I colonise wombs. What a name that is. I colonise wombs. Are you the guy that does the ice skating video? No. I've never done an ice skating video. Oh, here we go. No. I'm going to take my eggies and flip them upside down so that I can get rid of the last bit of the uncooked egg white. Because that's horrible, egg white. It's not horrible, I don't really eat it uncooked. Do you eat them uncooked? Does anybody eat raw eggs? Because I certainly don't. Right, okay, here we go. My food is now ready. Oh, I should have taken my plate out earlier. So I'm going to leave it another minute there, just like that, because I want my plate to warm up ever so slightly. Oh, there we go. How about that? So put that on there. Warm food on a cold plate. It's not what you should do. It's not massively cold because I am in the house and it is 16 degrees in here, so they can't be that cold. Although, of course, things do end up colder in cupboards than they do everywhere else. I found actually just in the cupboard is a great place to keep beer because it tends to be at almost exactly the right temperature. Here's a cooking tip, says Peter Acton. Add a little sugar to the bacon for that sweet, salty combo. I've never tried it, but it would clash with the egg, and I've never heard of being a tip before. I'm not going to try that. I don't want to add sugar to things myself. But interesting to try it out. If you do some homework, you'll get some bargains, says Skick, about the cars and auctions. Yeah, that's true enough. Because often you'll get some cars. I mean, what I know about is Rover, isn't it? So I know where people think, oh no, it's knackered, it's no good, oh, it's done this, it's done that, and think, well, hang on, it could just be this particular small problem. But the majority of people, when they're getting rid of a car, they get to that point where they're getting a new one, and the old one, they just can't be bothered any longer. Really, just not interested. No, don't know. Just get rid of it. I usually go for cars that come direct from main dealers. 2 eggs. That was 3, wasn't it? Not economically viable. Has had a bit of luck from Partco on recent cars. Is that a new name for Copart? Hi, Wilma. Hi, Wilma. You didn't see Wilma. Yeah, private entries are usually covering something up. That's a good tip, actually. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah. Good point. Well, although, of course, the dealer option is that a car's gone into the dealer and they don't really know anything about it, and they're not really asked, and their way of just getting rid of it because they want to clear the space. They've taken this car as a part exchange because they want to sell another one, and they don't want that. They don't want it on the forecourt. So the easiest thing to do is just auction. So they don't know what they're dealing with either. Blimey, some morning mustard action, says Mystic Hair. There you go, welcome. Oh, that Bentley video, not Eve via C was good. Yeah. Oh gosh, here we go. Oh, Puddycat is here. Right, with carvery. Yeah, okay, we'll come back to that. Raw, medium, or well done, says control thingy. For what? Bacon, eggs. What? Right, let's come back to that in a minute. I'm going to eat my food, but I'm going to put it on the table and sit over there, so we can still have a conversation, but you don't get to hear me chomping away as much as you would do. So it sounds a bit quieter now. Oh, Wilbur's down here actually. I just had too much pepper there. Easy enough to do, I guess. So, how's that? How's the sound there? I wouldn't know because I can't hear any. I can't read any comments from here, can I? Carveries then. I agree. I agree with both of them. Although, I think, you can get quite a lot of food for your money. And you shouldn't expect it to be fabulous for the price. And the majority of people, certainly the majority of people who go to a carvery, may not be massively discerning. Because, let's face it, who cooks these days? It just seems like fewer and fewer people are actually bothering with it. And if you don't cook yourself, you're not going to notice whether something's particularly good or not, or particularly bad. I think one point that Boaty said, though, that I don't entirely agree with, is the meat. If a kitchen was to set up a carvery and promise that it would be the best carvery you've ever had, we want to make a roast dinner that you'll absolutely find no fault in. It's very difficult to do that with meat, because you can't just cook an individual joint of beef, for example, for a family. Hang on. It's kind of also difficult with the other things as well. You'd have to have lots and lots of people coming in to use up all of the vegetables and the potatoes and the Yorkshire puddings, etc. But it'd be more difficult with the meats. That's what I reckon. If you want it to be cooked just so that your beef is still pink in the middle, or you want it medium rare, how can you do that in a carvery? I think it'd be impossible. Roast potatoes shouldn't be too much of a problem. You should be able to cook a potato and leave it kind of warm for a while, quite a while, before it goes really bad. My last experience on a carvery though was pretty cack. Up here, there's a place called Sandbrook Park, and they have, I don't even know what the place is now, what it's called, but I think I had a carvery on my 50th birthday, so that's a few years ago now, and I thought the meat was okay. The Yorkshire pudding was, it clearly wasn't actually brilliant. It was a bit too crunchy, it was overcooked. But I didn't get the impression that it came out of an Aunt Bessie's packet out of the freezer. I thought they'd cooked that themselves. The potatoes were not crunchy. They were just, they tasted like frozen potatoes. And I didn't really like them very much. But I was hungry, so I ate them. The veg, again, yeah, it was just a mess. It was just overcooked, sloppy, and no good. The weird thing is, though, every carvery I've been to, they offer cauliflower cheese as well. Now, I like cauliflower cheese, but I didn't even bother eating what they had there because, again, it looked like sloppy cauliflower. Cauliflower doesn't need a great deal of cooking. It really doesn't. Just like broccoli, you cook it, you can very, very easily cook it for way too long. And this is like cauliflower in that white sauce. They call it cauliflower cheese. I didn't have any because I had tried it before from there and it didn't taste the cheese at all. It tasted the flour. It should have been called cauliflower. Now, cauliflower, one word, but the word flour as a separate word, yeah? You know what I'm talking about. This is good. I eat eggs and bacon loads, but I never seem to get fed up with stuff. I'll come and sit with you in a minute. It's only 10 o'clock. And then I'll sit with you for a little while, then I'm going to go to work. Thank you. Gosh. Tasty and yum chum. Right, Wilma's coming to me because she thinks there might be something a bit left, but I can guarantee there absolutely isn't. Well, I apologise for springing this live stream on you and eating halfway through it. What do forklifts and girls have in common? Asks Puddy Cat. You don't have one, you have to load it by hand. Nice one, Puddy Cat. Well done, mate. Tweed jacket in the back. Oh, back in its rightful place. What, do you like it in the background? Puddy Cat, your fan club is probably at school. Yeah, Puddy Cat's fan club is subject to a lot of jokes they shouldn't be hearing at the moment. Sorry, Copa, yes. Good morning, says Kevin Craven, and good morning to you, Kevin Craven, wearer of a Project Nigel t-shirt. Goodbye. Oh, whilst we're at it, I may as well remind you that the merch shop is open. I've even put a link in this particular live stream as well, because they're interconnected, aren't they? This channel, Project Nigel, believe it or not, it's all the same person. Hard for dealers to provide a warranty on older cars to trade, I guess. It is. PJ Brawling. Hello, I am new here. Please tell me your name. Well, are you still here? Are you still here, PJ Brawling? No, not PJ, PG Brawling. Hi, my name is Paul, and I make videos and live streams. Great t-shirt, yes. Hey Kevin, nice to see you in Mustard's video. Yes, it was. That was great. That meetup video, I think, was my favourite of all the meetup videos so far. Plans are afoot for a July trip back. Oh, are they, Ross? Oh gosh, that will be a treat actually. Carveries limit the meat they give you. Plunge cheap veg on you. Plunge. Plunge it. See, that's nice to know, because although the t-shirts have my car on, I've not seen one. I've not actually worn one myself, so I don't even know what the quality is. But I was assured that they were going to be good quality, so that's nice to know. Thank you, Kevin. Will your trip involve a Northwest Rochdale section? Asks Kevin Craven. And the mustard mug is a choice for my cuppa. Thank you, Ross. Ah, right. Peter P's also got some merch as well, and he agrees on the delivery and the quality. Excellent. Ah, yes. Well, of course, Ross, you will be most welcome up here. I mean, last time I arranged the meetup around you being here, didn't I? So if you are going to be up here, I'll try and do the same thing again. What's going on outside? It's the washing machine. That's all that was. My bet is 12,000 RPM. That's a 12,000 RPM job here. Oh, did it say so on the front? No, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. Well, yeah, it does. It says 7 kilo, 12,000 RPM. Some of you guys know your washing machines, don't you? I'm impressed by that. Chasley ECU installed on the washing machine. Oh, there's a point. I've had just before the live stream started, I'm going to make another cup of tea actually, because I'm now getting a bit thirsty. But I'll be able to talk to you whilst doing it. Fairly sure of that. I had, just before the live stream started, I had a quick phone call with a chap called Vaughan, who bought Janet Data Jackson. Janet Data Jackson being the Old English White Rover 25 L Series diesel, which Boaty had for a while, and then I ended up taking on and finding someone to buy it. He's very, very pleased with it. Most of it. most of it. He did mention that there were a couple of things that are wearing out quite badly, but it's an old car. But with the ECU on there, the Chasley ECU, he said that. I know myself, but he just kept saying about the torque is intoxicating. That's the one car that we had that I would have liked to just kept, but it was pointless. That engine in my Tourer would have been fabulous, but you can't just swap an engine out that easily, especially when it's not yours. I mean, really, strictly speaking, you're not allowed to. That's one of the reasons why I didn't do it, and also because, well, I couldn't be bothered. Well, you can't really even begin to start being bothered about something you're not allowed to do, can you? So why worry about it? That screen background thing, does anybody like that? Because I'm tempted to use it at some point. I'm tempted to use it. And my wife, is very, very self-conscious about things in the background. She's not bothered about painting, though. That's bloody horrible. But she's very self-conscious about things in the background. You just take away all of that just by having a different background. Or does it look just a bit too cack? That's the bit I need to figure out. Oh, it's the washing machine, says Kevin Craven. I thought it was the roadworks outside. Reminds me of the 3 times they installed cable on our street. We've only just finished with roadworks outside as well. It was a real pain. The amount of time it was taking me to get home. I mentioned this before, didn't we? We bought a 1400 Revolution spin washer, and it ripped the bench off the top of the blooming wall. Puttycat says, eggs and bacon, a day's work for a chicken, a lifetime of commitment for a pig. You're right. You're absolutely right. Joseph reviewed the Mark III Astra CD with a Calibra 2.5 litre V6, and he didn't trash the thing. He didn't even thrash the thing. Well, not everybody does, do they? That was weird, that, actually. When I was doing videos with Steve, he barely put his foot down at all in any of them. The only ones he put his foot down in was the Subaru and the Mercedes 320 coupe thing. That was it. And that was only really just to show off that on the road that they used to do Top Gear filming on. Oh, and for a couple of drive-bys. But all the rest of them, no, just pootled along. And I think you need a little bit of just giving it a bit of the beans, just so you can show what it can do. But just not much. Just a bit. Especially if the owner tells you that they'd like you to do it. And often they do. In fact, I've had a couple of cars that have been brought along to me to do road tests on, and that's the first thing they say. Make sure you put your foot down, thrash it. And does anybody remember the Mini Cooper GT 220 that I drove? This is going back 2 years, maybe a bit more. It's a works Cooper with 220 brake horsepower. And Mark, the guy who owns the car, still owns it. He said, yeah, make sure you put your foot down. So I did. And then he told me afterwards, he said, you didn't do it properly. You didn't get right up to the rev limit. And then promised me that he's going to take me over the moors limit to show how it's done. And I have found a way to make sure I'm not in the car with him whilst he does it. Ever since. Puttycat says, I parked my car outside Parliament. Sir, you can't park here, said a cop. This is where our politicians work. Don't worry, I've locked it. George Floyd is here and says, can you touch me, sir? Wow. Well, George Floyd, no, I don't think I can. I mean, you're too far away, and that would be a rather weird thing to do, wouldn't it? Have you seen Jeff Buys Cars Proton video, asks Batman Rubin. No, I haven't. I've not watched Jeff Buys Cars very often, to be honest. Oh, something strange happened then. in my elbow. And also something strange happened with my YouTube. We got a new provider, and all of the things I were watching on YouTube on the television have disappeared. So Jeff Buys Cars was one of them. Big car. I'd always watch a new big car video. Ashley Neal, don't know if you know him. Maybe Drive Tribe sometimes. There aren't many. It was a case of I'd finished doing my video editing and then I'd watch a couple of things on the TV. But these days I don't even bother doing that. By the time I've finished doing editing, that either Boaty's doing a live stream and I tend to watch that, or I haven't finished, so I'm doing it afterwards, or I don't get finished, and that's why there's not been that many videos recently. Mustard, have you ever owned any American cars? No, I haven't. I'd like to do. I'd really like to do. I once put a bid on some sort of station wagon about 20 years ago on eBay. I ended up with a Mercedes instead. But that would have been, well, probably a disaster. I don't even know which one it was. I don't know enough about American cars. And, if you've got a big American thing from the 70s and something goes wrong, how are you going to find the parts to fix it? Although I do have a friend who has these yank tanks, as he describes them, and he's been having, that's the only thing he's driven for the past, as long as I've known him, so 20 odd years, and he never seems to get any problems with them. Your reviews are great up that dual carriageway. That's the dual carriageway bit that you like. When you prefer, do you prefer when I go up over the moors instead? The only thing about the dual carriageway is you can slightly put your foot down a little bit and just make sure you're not displaying the speed. Give it some beans. We all love big car. If a tennis player can get tennis elbow, does that does that mean a gynecologist can get tunnel vision? Thank you, Proton. Thank you, Puttycat. Not bad cars, Proton. Mitsubishi engine. What's worse than tennis elbow? Golf balls. Oh, morning, darlings, says UK Singles Network. Hello. I just thought I'd pop onto a live stream and see what's going on. Gosh, my impression is getting worse, but I don't care. I'm proud of my terrible impression. I'm going to drink my cup of tea, and I've only got one comment to catch up with on, so I'm going to catch up on that, and then I'm going to wash up and then go to work and have a mess about with two things. Actually, there should be three things. I have had quite an odd few days with stuff in the yard. I have a new acquisition, which I won't spoil, and a new item, which I won't spoil. I also came down and found a big scratch down the side of the Audi, which didn't really please me a great deal. But that's one of the perils of living on a main road, is that lots of people walk by. And it's not an accidental scratch. It's like a key mark going all the way along the door and into the rear quarter. So yesterday, not yesterday, the day before, it was going to be my task to clean it out and fill it with some paint and do that job, where you get some paint on a flexy thing and just rub it straight into the scratch and leave it to harden and then just buff it out. That's what I'm going to try and do. I've had some success doing that kind of thing, but not that much, because you can always see it afterwards. You can't really get rid of it. That's why body shop people will, oh no, we'll have to spray the whole thing. Well, they say that because also they can charge you quite a bit more. But I haven't even got the right colour. But if I can just find a dark blue that's close enough, put it in the scratch, buff it out a couple of days later, it will certainly help it. Whereas, I mean, it's deep enough so you can actually get your nail in it and it gets stuck, so it's right through the paint. So then what you have there is a white scratch, which you can't polish out and you can't really avoid noticing. That's not good enough. No. I've also got somebody else's car in the yard at the moment because I'm doing a job on this car, and then the new acquisition from yesterday, which I'll tell you, it's a freebie. But it was a lot of fun getting it out. And when I say fun, I don't mean actual fun. I mean awkward, not particularly pleasant, and yeah, just a bit of an odd one. You'll find out soon enough. Well, 10 of you will be a little bit curious, but the rest of my subscribers on the other channel won't know what I'm talking about when I get to it, so that's fine. I don't feel like I've spoilt anything. I had a Chrysler Voyager here as a family wagon. Not a yank tank, but it was great until the gearbox shit itself. The Chrysler Voyager, was that the first one? Because I thought they came out around 2000, late 90s, I think. Quite, really big thing. Quite a good looking car, but unbelievably terrible on fuel. And gearbox issues, yes, I've heard of that before. Good morning, singles. Mustard and all, have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much, Puttycat. Yeah, well, you could say, oh, mate, it was just somebody walking past and a zip caught it. It's not, because you need some pressure on there to actually cause that. But I'm not bitter. It's just a car. It's not perfect. It's got plenty of other scratches all over it anyway. So all I can do is just try and make it better. Although that was the door. Oh, I haven't even done that. I'm way behind with some of my video stuff. This is why I end up with what I was doing, where I'd have a whole video full of leftovers because I'd film bits of things, then not get around to actually putting in a video, and then it'd just be, well, it's not a video by itself. I'm just going to bung it somewhere else, and I'd have a selection of things called the leftover videos because of that, and I'm finding that's always happening. But I don't want to waste the stuff, do I? Especially if I've got some rather cool little nuggets in there. Folders, that's what it's all about. But even then, I forget to put them in the right folder. Okay, sorry about that. UK single network, do you have a brown tourist sign? Watch CVR POV for scratch repair videos. Bloody awesome videos, says Batman Rubin. My blue A6 wagon had paintwork done back in the 2000s, and I got a massive scratch along one side. It was the polished panel beaters left a buckle whilst polishing the roof. Yes. Yeah, well, it can be easily done like that, can't it? But that's not how this one happened. I know, because it wasn't there before, and I haven't polished the roof. Besides that, you don't. Well, I never wear a belt anyway. I don't like belts. I just prefer pants that actually fit me properly in the first place. The only thing I do, I fit the ladder, the rack thing on the top. I did that, and the bike thing, and I've been on the top of there for fitting my bike. But the bike is on the driver's side anyway, so it's not bad. Besides, you won't get a scratch that goes along like that. It's about 4 foot long. Oh gosh, the only yank tank I had was a PT Cruiser. Had it 4 years ago. Quite like the unusual styling. Says Kevin Craven, by the way. Quite nippy, but drank fuel. Only 2 litre, head gasket failure, so I got a Rover. Yeah, I don't like them. I really don't like those at all. No. I'd like to drive one though. I'd like to do a test drive in one. Because it's funny sometimes you can end up starting off not liking something and become, you can have your mind changed by just simply having a bit of experience. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do some cleaning up before I go. If I don't clean up before I go, there'll be trouble, of course, and I don't need that, do I? Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this, being here with me this morning whilst I've had some tuck. What's on at work today? Asks Dino Dad. I've got to finish off the job that I took on the other day for somebody else's car. I'm also going to do a little bit of fettling and finish off the video for the acquisition from yesterday. What else? Depending on which car I take. Well, I've got to take Wilma with me. So I might be able to see if I can get around to making a start and removing that scratch. Then again, the thing is, it's not the most important thing on that car. That car needs to be getting ready for its MOT, which is going to be up in a couple of months. Maybe a bit less now. I took the other one. I'd want to start doing some work on the body there. But then again, it's too cold for putting paint on. So I'm always up against it. We're treated to a couple of days of proper spring, and now it's just gone back really cold again. Anyway, I must go. So bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching me eggs and bacon and putting up with the sound of the washing machine. I'll see you later on. Bye.